Hey guys, happy day 5 of MTAC Con Prep. I just got out of the bath. As you guys can tell, I way overslept today. It's like 4:30 and I went to sleep at like 3. That's when I fell asleep. Last night I ended the evening by doing some self-care, put on a sheet mask in the tub, read some Gekken Shoujo Nozaki-kun, and just tried to generally chill out. I guess my body was tireder than I thought because it decided sleeping till 3:30 was a great idea when I have so much work to do. So I'm going to go ahead and try to get as much work as I can done today. It is an overwhelming amount, but it will happen. I will make it so. And I'll check in with you guys throughout the day to share my progress and to discuss my goals for tomorrow. So tomorrow, Heidi's flying in and we also have setups. So that means pretty much everything has to be done. It means I have to do my demo stuff, I have to submit my mini print, I have to have my promo image ready. Everything has to be done. Which means I kind of lose a day in prep, right? Especially when you only have like a week to prep. That one day is a precious day. So I'm not excited about that, but I'm going to give it my best shot. I'm going to get to cracking today. I've got 3 more mini watercolors to paint. I've got those line arts to paint. I've got a promo image to make for my blog. I've got a promo blog post to finish. So I've got stuff to scan. I need to do my grid setup so I can figure out exactly how many grid walls I want to take. I don't even have zip ties. It's going to be a busy day. So I'm going to get right to it. Here are the mini watercolors that I'm going to be working on today. Next time you see them, they will be finished. Everybody's favorite type of cam, screen cam again. I am working on the announcement visual for my MTAC announcement. I should have done it earlier this week, but I've just been really busy, and it exploded on me already today. So this is the second attempt. Here's hoping we can get it finished. This is something that people tend to, there's people who do con announcements and always do con announcements, and then there's people who think they don't need to do con announcements. I've found that doing con announcements is really beneficial for me because I can post it to my Twitter, my Instagram, and over on my blog, and then it'll let people know who might have missed all of the other announcements that I made. It'll let them know that I'm going to be there, and it's going to be in a nice, graphic, easy to understand form, and that really works well for some types of learning styles. So, working on getting the promo visual done and watercoloring. Dual tasking for the win, or really for the fail. Hey guys, pardon my mess. So this is not a full demo setup, it's just a grid setup to make sure I have enough grids and enough grid connectors, because that's not something you want to figure out at the con itself. Tomorrow, I'm just going to do my demo setup while I'm setting up, figure things out, take notes on what I need to bring since it is an early setup and we have plenty of time to set up in. I feel like that's kind of the best use of my time since time before the show is really precious. But figuring out the grid wall is super important because it would be about an hour drive, depending on traffic, to leave the MTAC setup, then come back to the house, pick up stuff, and then drive back. So that's just not feasible. So figuring out the most important thing, the grid walls, is an important step for ahead of time con prep. While I don't normally recommend going with Walgreens for your mini prints, since they tend to be a little bit expensive, they do have same day printing, same day pickup. So I sent off my prints at, I guess, around 4:30 today. Picked them up at 6:30, and I used a 50% off coupon online. So I only paid about $10 for 101 prints, which isn't the greatest deal. Shutterfly definitely has better 100 print deals, and Amazon also has some pretty good 100 print deals. But considering I was doing it in a pinch and I wanted to pick it up ASAP rather than waiting 2 weeks, it wasn't bad at all. And I opted to go for the glossy coating with that because the colors on their glossy photo prints look really good. So my next task is to get them sorted, added to my mini print portfolio, and then put into the appropriate boxes. My main goal was to get a few souvenir mini prints of Con Kitty done, but I also did some re-ups for popular designs like the mermaid there, and I also tested out some new designs based on art that I created this year. With mini prints, it's super easy to be impulsive and get, mini prints of literally everything you've ever made ever, since they're very small and inexpensive, and it's a good way to test the water. But I found that doing 5 mini prints of each design at a time, unless it's for fandom things, is really the way to go. Original art can be hit or miss, Sometimes it really resonates with the audience, sometimes people don't care about it at all, and it's easier to deal with 5 prints than it is to deal with 500. And I have a lot of Cara mini prints in here because it's always important to me to kind of push my original art as much as I can at cons, either doing commissions for people or selling comics. In fact, I think all of these except for Con Kitty over here are original. Normally I would not be putting my fingers all over the mini prints. That's not a good idea. So as I was sorting my mini prints, I saved one of each of the new designs and I went ahead and I slipped them into this photo album. Now this big photo album is what I use when I bring all my mini prints. So for shows in Nashville, that's a lot easier than elsewhere. And it's got a pretty good mixture of fan art and original art in here. And sometimes I'll shuffle it around, but that's usually something I do when I have more time to think about, you know, con prep. So I have to admit, for those of you who are watching along, if you haven't figured it out by now, this is not the level of prep that I would normally do. It's not the level of prep I would recommend, and I'm actually incredibly stressed out trying to do it all in 1 week. So I really, again, highly recommend that you take your time, you give yourself a nice long time frame, especially if it's your first con. I recommend 6 months at the minimum, and just try to be a little bit smarter about it. I've been doing conventions for years, so a lot of this is just me assembling what I already own, or kind of going through motions I've already gone through many times before. But if this is your first time, play it safe, take it slow, and be smart about it. Hey again, art nerds. So it is 12:18 in the evening, so I guess AM. I'm kind of wrapping up my day. I'm not all the way done yet. I didn't get everything done on my list, but we're going to go over that together. I'm just kind of looking at things. Oh, kind of screwed up my day today. So, today I sent my Con Kitty print to Walgreens and I picked it up. I sorted the prints that I got reprinted, or the new prints that I did. I did the grid wall demonstration. I created my promo image and I wrote my promo post and I shared it to Instagram, Tumblr, and Patreon. I am working on the line arts. I have one more I want to get done tonight before I go to bed. And then maybe get 4 done tomorrow. That's probably not going to happen. We'll see. I finished Keith, Hunk, and Allura, and you guys can check out my Instagram to see those. Now, I didn't clean up my studio. I didn't begin to pack. I didn't assemble my con portfolio because I'm still waiting for it to arrive. It was supposed to arrive yesterday. It still hasn't arrived. And I got the email that it's going to come tomorrow. So fingers crossed so I can get that done. I didn't put my chapter 7 pages in my portfolio. I didn't work on signage. I didn't scan my watercolors. I didn't package watercolors. And I didn't price watercolors. So tomorrow is going to be a really busy day. So let's go ahead and get going on making that list. So I need to paint line arts. Switch over to orange. Scan all watercolor, pack, and price, watercolor, put pages in Cara portfolio, redo commission, book, begin, oh no, pack, in all caps, pack, boop 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 boop. I didn't even print Lilliputian Living. Maybe I'll try to get that done tonight. It's just been kind of a waste of a day. paint, line art, scan all watercolor, pack and price watercolor, put pages in care, portfolio, redo, commission book, pack, print Lilliputian Living, and assemble. I guess that's it. So that's what we're going to attempt to do tomorrow on our very, very last day of con prep. It has been a busy week. My sleep schedule has gotten completely wrecked. Here's hoping I get up on time tomorrow and can make the most of tomorrow. It seems like my body is like, no, 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 you're still tired from Japan. No, stop it. No. And part of my brain is like, yeah, I am still tired. And the rest of my brain is like, no, you gotta push. You gotta push. You gotta push. But I've noticed that I have sort of this self-sabotage, sometimes even unintentional self-sabotage, when I try to do too much. So I think one of my goals once I get past MTAC is to work on spreading things out and prioritizing things. I didn't really have a lot of choice with this, so I'm trying to make the best I can out of this situation. And I honestly feel pretty intimidated because a lot of my friends are tabling at MTAC this year and they've all got great art and great stuff, and I feel like I don't make the cut this year. So I really shouldn't think that way, but there's not a lot I can do about that either, other than, you know, cutting it off every time I start. So I will see you guys tomorrow and we'll get rolling. Hopefully we'll have an early start, get the ball rolling, get a lot of work done.